Number 1, 1955-56, Real Madrid. The first European Cup in 1955-56 saw Real Madrid, led by Di Stefano and Gento, defeat Stade de Reims 4-3 in a thrilling final at Parc des Princes, marking the start of their European dominance. Number 2, 1956-57, Real Madrid. Back again and unstoppable, Real Madrid defended their title, beating Fiorentina 2-0 at the Santiago Bernabeu. Di Stefano scored again, and Madrid were just getting started. Number 3, 1957-58, Real Madrid. 3 in a row! This time, it was a dramatic 3-2 extra-time win over AC Milan in Brussels. Real Madrid were rewriting European football history, one final at a time. Number 4, 1958-59, Real Madrid. A rematch against Stade de Reims, same winner. Real Madrid cruised to a 2-0 win in Stuttgart. That's 4 straight titles, pure dominance. Number 5, 1959-60, Real Madrid. Possibly the greatest final ever. Madrid destroyed Eintracht Frankfurt 7-3 at Hampden Park in Glasgow. Di Stefano scored a hat-trick. Puskas, he scored 4, an all-time classic. Number 6, 1960-61, Benfica. A new king emerged. Benfica ended Real Madrid's reign with a 3-2 win over Real Madrid. This marked the start of a golden era for Portuguese football. Number 7, 1961-62, Benfica. Benfica went back-to-back, this time toppling Real Madrid 5-3. Eusebio scored twice and outshined Di Stefano on the biggest stage. The Portuguese giants were now European royalty. Number 8, 1962-63, AC Milan. Milan delivered Italy's first European crown, beating Benfica 2-1 at Wembley. Jose Altafini was the hero, scoring both goals in a dramatic second-half turnaround. Number 9, 1963-64, Inter Milan. Helenio Herrera's Inter Milan introduced Catenaccio to the world, defeating Real Madrid 3-1. Sandro Mazzola starred, and tactical discipline won out over flair in Vienna. Number 10, 1964-65, Inter Milan. Inter retained their title with a narrow 1-0 win over Benfica at home. It was a gritty, defensive masterclass from the Italian champions. Number 11, 1965-66, Real Madrid. Real Madrid returned to the summit with their 6th title, beating Partizan 2-1. Their golden generation had one last dance before fading into history. Number 12, 1966-67, Celtic. Celtic became the first British team to win it, beating Inter Milan 2-1 in Lisbon. Nicknamed the Lisbon Lions, every player was born within 30 miles of Glasgow. Number 13, 1967-68, Manchester United. 10 years after the Munich air disaster, Matt Busby's rebuilt United won it all, beating Benfica 4-1 after extra time. George Best and Bobby Charlton delivered a historic night. Number 14, 1968-69, AC Milan. Milan captured their 2nd title, outclassing Ajax 4-1. Pierino Prati scored a hat-trick, and the Italians completely shut down a young Johan Cruyff in Madrid. Number 15, 1969-70, Feyenoord. Dutch football was on the rise. Feyenoord beat Celtic 2-1 in extra time, winning the Netherlands' first ever European Cup just before the total football revolution truly began. Number 16, 1970-71, Ajax. Johan Cruyff and Rinus Michels launched Ajax into global fame. They beat Panathinaikos 2-1 at Wembley, and total football was now Europe's most exciting and dominant style. Number 17, 1971-72, Ajax. Ajax's reign continued. They defeated Inter Milan 2-0 in the final, making it 3 straight titles. Cruyff's brilliance was unmatched, and Ajax solidified their place in European history. Number 18, 1972-73, Ajax. Ajax completed their historic trilogy, defeating Juventus 1-0 in Belgrade. Johan Cruyff's magic led the way once again, and Ajax became the first club to win 3 consecutive European Cups. Number 19, 1973-74, Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich's rise began in 1974 as they dethroned Atletico Madrid 1-all 4-0 replay in Brussels. Franz Beckenbauer and Gerd Müller powered Bayern's dominant European era. Number 20, 1974-75, Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich proved their European supremacy by winning their 2nd consecutive title, beating Leeds United 2-0. Gerd Muller's goals secured another dominant season for the Bavarian powerhouse. Number 21, 1975-76, Bayern Munich. Bayern completed their hat-trick with a 1-0 win over Saint Etienne in Glasgow. Franz Beckenbauer's leadership and Gerd Muller's clutch goal ensured Bayern's place as one of Europe's greats. Number 22, 1976-77, Liverpool. Liverpool claimed their first European Cup, defeating Borussia Mönchengladbach 3-1 in Rome. Kenny Dalglish was the hero, scoring the second goal to solidify Liverpool's European breakthrough. Number 23, 1977-78, Liverpool. Liverpool repeated their success in 1978, defeating Club Brugge 1-0 in Wembley. The Reds' dominant style continued, with Bob Paisley's tactical brilliance driving them to their second European triumph. Number 24, 1978-79, Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest shocked Europe, winning their first European Cup under Brian Clough. They defeated Malmö FF 1-0 in Munich, with Trevor Francis scoring the decisive goal in a thrilling final. Number 25, 1979-80, Nottingham Forest. Forest proved it wasn't a fluke, retaining their title by beating Hamburg 1-0 in Madrid. Manager Brian Clough's influence shone through, cementing Forest's legacy in European football history. Number 26, 1980-81, Liverpool. Liverpool won their third European Cup in 1981, defeating Real Madrid 1-0 in Paris. Alan Kennedy's second half goal sealed the victory, making Liverpool a dominant force in European football during the 1980s. Number 27, 1981-82, Aston Villa. Aston Villa made history in 1982, defeating Bayern Munich 1-0 in Rotterdam. Peter White's goal in the final delivered the club's first European Cup, marking a peak in English football history. Number 28, 1982-83, Hamburg. Hamburg triumphed in 1983, defeating Juventus 1-0 in Athens. The match was a tactical battle, with Felix Magath's goal securing Hamburg's first European Cup and marking their place in the European elite. Number 29, 1983-84, Liverpool. Liverpool secured their fourth title in 1984, overcoming Roma in a dramatic 1-all draw, 4-2 on penalties. The final, held in Rome, was a tense showdown under intense pressure. Number 30, 1984-85, Juventus. Juventus claimed their first European Cup in 1985, defeating Liverpool 1-0 in a tragic final in Brussels. Michael Platini's penalty was the difference in a match marred by the Heysel Stadium disaster. Number 31, 1985-86, Steaua Bucharest. Steaua Bucharest stunned Europe in 1986, defeating Barcelona in a penalty shootout after a 0-0 draw. It was a historic achievement for the Romanian side, securing their first European Cup. Number 32, 1986-87, Porto. Porto claimed their first European Cup in 1987, defeating Bayern Munich 2-1 in Vienna. The club's history, led by manager Artur Jorge, marked the start of a golden era for Portuguese football. Number 33, 1987-88, PSV Eindhoven. PSV Eindhoven triumphed in 1988, defeating SL Benfica in a penalty shootout after a 0-0 draw in Stuttgart. Ruud Gullit and Marco van Basten were key figures in this historic victory. Number 34, 1988-89, Milan. Milan dominated in 1989, thrashing Steaua Bucharest 4-0 in the final. The club's attacking prowess was on full display, with goals from Marco van Basten and a stellar team performance. Number 35, 1989-90, Milan. Milan repeated their triumph in 1990, defeating Benfica 1-0 in Vienna. The Rossoneri's defensive resilience, coupled with clinical finishing, secured their fourth European Cup, cementing Milan's place among Europe's elite. Number 36, 1990-91, Red Star Belgrade. Red Star Belgrade shocked the football world in 1991, defeating Marseille in a penalty shootout after a 0-0 draw. It was their first European Cup win and an unforgettable achievement for Yugoslav football. Number 37, 1991-92, Barcelona. Barcelona's first European Cup came in 1992, defeating Sampdoria 1-0 after extra time. A stunning free kick by Ronald Koeman sealed the victory in Wembley, marking the start of Barcelona's golden era. Number 38, 1992-93, Marseille. Marseille claimed their first and only European Cup in 1993, defeating Milan 1-0 in Munich. A header from Basile Boli secured the victory, making Marseille the first French club to win the trophy. Number 39, 1993-94, Milan. Milan triumphed again in 1994, defeating Barcelona 4-0 in Athens. The victory was a dominant performance, with goals from Daniel Massaro and an exceptional team effort, securing Milan's 5th European Cup. Number 40, 1994-95 Ajax. Ajax's youth revolution bore fruit in 1995 as they defeated Milan 1-0 in Vienna. A young Patrick Kluivert's goal led them to their 4th European Cup, showing the power of Dutch football. Number 41, 1995-96 Juventus. Juventus claimed their 2nd European Cup in 1996, defeating Ajax in a dramatic penalty shootout after a 1-1 draw. The final in Rome was a tense encounter, with Alessandro Del Piero's brilliance key to their triumph. Number 42, 1996-97 Borussia Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund won their 1st European Cup in 1997, defeating Juventus 3-1 in Munich. A memorable performance from the Germans, with goals from Karl-Heinz Riedel, made them champions of Europe. Number 43, 1997-98 Real Madrid. Real Madrid returned to the pinnacle of European football in 1998, defeating Juventus 1-0 in Amsterdam. A goal from Predrag Mijatovic sealed Madrid's 7th European Cup and marked their return to dominance. Number 44, 1998-99 Manchester United. Manchester United achieved a historic treble in 1999, defeating Bayern Munich 2-1 in an unforgettable final. Teddy Sheringham and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer scored in injury time to secure United's 1st ever European Cup. Number 45, 1999-2000 Real Madrid. Real Madrid continued their European dominance with a 3-0 win over Valencia in the final. The victory marked their 8th European Cup and completed a decade of dominance in European football. Number 46, 2000-2001 Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich claimed their 4th European Cup in 2001, defeating Valencia in a penalty shootout after a 1-1 draw. Oliver Kahn's heroics in goal were crucial in securing Bayern's 2nd triumph in a penalty shootout. Number 47, 2001-2002 Real Madrid. Real Madrid's 9th European Cup came in 2002 as they defeated Bayer Leverkusen 2-1 in Glasgow. Zinedine Zidane's stunning volley in the final became an iconic moment in Champions League history. Number 42, 2002-3 Milan. Milan claimed their 6th European Cup in 2003, defeating Juventus 3-2 in a penalty shootout after a 0-0 draw. The final in Old Trafford was a classic, with Milan's composure and skill on display in the shootout. Number 49, 2003-4 FC Porto. FC Porto stunned Europe by winning the Champions League in 2004 under the guidance of Jose Mourinho. They defeated AS Monaco 3-0 in the final, marking Porto's 2nd European Cup win and launching Mourinho to global fame. Number 50, 2004-5 Liverpool. Liverpool's 2005 triumph in Istanbul is one of the most famous in European history. After being 3-0 down at halftime against AC Milan, they fought back to level 3-3 and won 3-2 in a penalty shootout, securing their 5th European Cup. Number 51, 2005-6 Barcelona. Barcelona won their 2nd European Cup in 2006, defeating Arsenal 2-1 in Paris. A goal from Samuel Eto'o and a stunning strike from Belletti sealed the victory for the Catalan Giants. Number 52, 2006-7 Milan. Milan claimed their 7th European Cup in 2007, defeating Liverpool 2-1 in Athens. Filippo Inzaghi's brace delivered the win, avenging their 2005 final loss to Liverpool. Number 53, 2007-8 Manchester United. Manchester United won their 3rd European Cup in 2008, defeating Chelsea in a penalty shootout after a 1-1 draw in Moscow. Cristiano Ronaldo's goal and a decisive penalty from John Terry's slip secured United's 2nd Champions League triumph in a decade. Number 54, 2008-9 Barcelona. Barcelona claimed their 3rd European Cup in 2009, defeating Manchester United 2-0 in Rome. Lionel Messi's brilliance, along with Samuel Eto'o's goal, guided Barcelona to a historic treble. Number 55, 2009-10 Inter Milan. Inter Milan won their 3rd European Cup in 2010, defeating Bayern Munich 2-0 in Madrid. A brace from Diego Milito led the way as Inter completed their historic treble under Jose Mourinho. Number 56, 2010-11 Barcelona. Barcelona reaffirmed their place as Europe's finest, winning their 4th European Cup in 2011. A 3-1 win over Manchester United in London. Goals from Pedro, Lionel Messi and David Villa sealed the victory in a dominant performance. Number 57, 2011-12 Chelsea. Chelsea won their first European Cup in 2012, defeating Bayern Munich in a dramatic penalty shootout after a 1-1 draw. Didier Drogba's equaliser and the shootout heroics made Chelsea's triumph one of the most emotional in the competition's history. Number 58, 2012-13 Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich finally claimed their 5th European Cup in 2013, defeating Borussia Dortmund 2-1 in Wembley. Arjen Robben's late goal sealed the victory for Bayern after a hard-fought final. Number 59, 2013-14 Real Madrid. Real Madrid claimed their 10th European Cup in 2014, defeating Atletico Madrid 4-1 after extra time in Lisbon. Cristiano Ronaldo scored in the final, and Madrid's triumph marked the iconic La Decima. Number 60, 2014-15 Barcelona. Barcelona's 2015 triumph was their 5th European Cup, defeating Juventus 3-1 in Berlin. Goals from Ivan Rakitic, Luis Suarez and Neymar secured Barcelona's place in the pantheon of Europe's greatest clubs. Number 61, 2015-16 Real Madrid. Real Madrid claimed their 11th European Cup in 2016, defeating Atletico Madrid in a penalty shootout after a 1-1 draw in Milan. Cristiano Ronaldo scored a decisive penalty, cementing Real's European dominance. Number 62, 2016-17 Real Madrid. Real Madrid made history by becoming the first club to win back-to-back Champions League titles, defeating Juventus 4-1 in Cardiff. Cristiano Ronaldo's brace highlighted their dominance in Europe. Number 63, 2017-18 Real Madrid. Real Madrid achieved an unprecedented 3rd consecutive Champions League win in 2018, defeating Liverpool 3-1 in Kiev. Goals from Karim Benzema and Gareth Bale made sure Madrid remained the kings of Europe. Number 64, 2018-19 Liverpool. Liverpool's 6th European Cup came in 2019, defeating Tottenham Hotspur 2-1 in Madrid. Mohamed Salah's penalty and Divock Origi's late goal secured Liverpool's triumph following their heartbreak the previous season. Number 65, 2019-20 Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich claimed their 6th European Cup in 2020, defeating Paris Saint-Germain 1-0 in Lisbon. Kingsley Coman's header was enough for Bayern to complete a historic treble. Number 66, 2020-21 Chelsea. Chelsea won their 2nd European Cup in 2021, defeating Manchester City 1-0 in Porto. Kai Havertz's first half goal was the difference in a tactical battle dominated by Chelsea's defense. Number 67, 2021-22 Real Madrid. Real Madrid claimed their 14th European Cup in 2022, defeating Liverpool 1-0 in Paris. Vinicius Junior's second half goal secured Madrid's place at the top of European football once again. Number 68, 2022-23 Manchester City. The one they'd been chasing finally arrived. Guardiola City were dominant all tournament and capped it off by beating Inter 1-0 in Istanbul. Rodri scored the winner, and just like that, City completed the treble, a perfect European campaign, and the first ever Champions League title. Number 69, 2023-24 Real Madrid. Real Madrid did it again. In the final at Wembley, they beat Borussia Dortmund 2-0 with late goals from Dani Carvajal and Vinicius Junior. That made it 15 European titles, a record that might never be touched. Which Champions League stands out the most to you? Comment down and don't forget to like and share. And wish to know about every World Cup final in record time? Check out the previous video. Subscribe for more.